I have touched on The Catcher in the Rye before, but I don't really think I articulated my own perspective as well as I could have. I think I did leave certain things out. And I think the primary thing that kind of gets on my nerves, I think, about that book and about that style of literature is that it pretends to be the red pill. And what I mean by that is that there's always this implication that other kinds of literature, maybe the classical forms, are more like comfort food compared to this. And that this, on the other hand, is having reality sort of being revealed to you. And even if it's unpleasant, you have to put a lot of stock, a lot of authority in the narrator's voice and what the character is saying. And there's this sort of intentional imperfection about it, this kind of roughness around the edges. And the feeling that you're supposed to get from it compared to other kinds of literature is that imagining that, you have that family member when you go and tell them, oh, I want to be an artist, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up, and they tell you you're nuts. It's like you're getting that same kick, I think, when you get exposed to this style of literature. Obviously not, the circumstances, the situation is very different than that, but the sentiment is very much, that is produced is very much the same. But I think that when you examine it more closely, it's kind of like imagining if somebody had taken ChatGPT or some robot or AI to impersonate the voice of a teenager. And that could account for a lot of the repetitive phrases and obscenities that you see in the book that are so repetitive you almost think it's a joke. You think, okay, come on, you're not going to say "God damn it" again. It's but and then it's so stylized actually that it's obviously not realistic. The fact that we think of it as realism, I think, is a bit of a scam. And even though I know I seem like I'm being very harsh about it, I'm only being a little bit harsh about it because from what I know, from what I understand about it, it is a little bit like propaganda, because it did direct people of that age group to behave similarly, whereas if you take any other piece of, like, let's say Russian literature that may have similar themes, it has more of that broader awareness and also that greater self-awareness as well, where it perceives the flaws in this character, and it's really seems like more of a warning tale. Whereas I think that is what is lacking in J.D. Salinger's book. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I always had my suspicions about it.